Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's the day we're going to draw for those 10 lucky winners. Before we get there, a couple of things. I had a really good suggestion from Frank Barajas. He suggested that we assign a random number to the quads that are going to be as part of the giveaway, and then when you're selected number 1 or number 2 or whatever the number is, you get the randomly selected quad. Now it sounds like a really good idea because that means that, even if you're picked 7, 8, or 9 or down at the end, you don't have to wait for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 to get back to you. But it also means that, say in this case we've got 10 selectors, that maybe a couple people won't get back to us. And if that's the case today, if they don't get back to me within the week, 8 days I think is, I'll give them till next Monday night about this time as I'm recording. If they don't get back to me, then I'll just include those in the next giveaway, and then we'll move on. But I want to know how you feel about just randomly selecting a number to each quad, and then if you're selected, you get that quad. And your number is assigned as to the number of times I click the random comment picker. Leave your comment down below if you think that's a good idea, if you think that's a bad idea. If you've got a different idea, leave that down below. I would sure appreciate the input. I would prefer I get these things to everybody as quickly as I can. That way you can get them and enjoy them and crash them and run around and do all the fun things. A couple more things before we get started. I know you probably just click the button. A few funny or interesting comments that we got down in the last video. One here from Rick Flair. Nick, I was on tour of this new nail clip factory. I'm your #1 subscriber and even put a TV in my bathroom, LOL. Some of you may know what Rick is referencing there. I thought that was pretty funny and kind of gave an indicator of how long he'd been watching the videos. This is a suggestion from John Edwa. If I won, you'll read this comment out loud. Worcestershire sauce. Hopefully I got that somewhat close. We don't use a lot of that sauce in our house. Chris Johnson, happy to pay for shipping on any of them, and I promise to crash as much as you do. Thanks for the vids. Well, Chris, I'm sure you'll just enjoy your crashing just as much as I do, if not more. And here's Irish XP FPV. He won, I believe it was in our last giveaway. Still a big fan here, Nick. Still flying that UB I previously won. Upgraded the motors to some 1306 4000 kV and threw on some 3076 Cyclones. She rips on 4S. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for coming back and letting everybody know you're still enjoying your fruits of your luck. King Dirtbag. I would love to have one of those micros. I'm trying to build one, but I need more parts. And I included King Dirtbag's comment just because back in the day when I was young and I used to play baseball, one of my nicknames was Dirty. My teammates, there was one instance during a scrimmage in college where I had a second baseman who was actually our starting second baseman, but he was on the opposing team, and he looked like he was trying to steal signs, so I threw at him twice. And from that moment on, a few guys started calling me Dirty because they felt I would do anything to win. I just didn't like that he was trying to steal signs. Okay, enough of that. Let's load the comments and go. So we've got 610 comments, so that means your odds are really good. If we have 610 comments and 10 quads, ooh, that's pretty good. So let's randomly pick a winner. Phil Cogswell, one comment, very good, Phil. He's number 410. Let's go to Phil's channel here real quick. He's got some liked videos there. Let's go to his channels. The RC Attic can fly really good. Snake, I'm familiar with a lot of these. They might not necessarily be in mine, but I do watch them. Johnny Nurk just recently changed his. There's Albert, Drone Camps. Oh, there I am, Nick Burns. Alright, so I'm going to leave Phil's open, so we got him. So we're going to write him down in case my computer crashes and I have no other record. Next winner, comment number 312, Joe Sloman. So let's go into Joe's tab. I can't tell if Joe is a subscriber or not, so I'm going to have to do that the long way. And that's my fault because I didn't say in the last video to try to open those settings up so it makes it easier to locate you. So we'll move on. That's 2. Number 3, Comment 470 from William Ruiz, and he has one comment. Let's go to Williams. Again, we have one interesting icon there. We don't have his subscriptions. Dang it, that's my fault. I should have been more precise when doing this. Casey J. I would prefer and love to have the Baby Hawk. Wouldn't mind getting any of them, though. Your choice, thank you. Okay, Casey J, let's see if you're a subscriber. Can't see Casey's either. Dang it, Nick. Alright, let's move on to number 5. Micro T-Rex. Sounds like somebody's into helicopters, possibly. International giveaway. Alright, we finally got somebody internationally I can work with. Let's go to see if he obviously watched the video. We see a little, looks like a Hubson up there. He's got a few videos in there. His subscriptions. Let's click the, oh please, do you see it? Load more. There we are. Outstanding. So hopefully Micro T-Rex will get back to me and we'll have our first international selection. So let's see where this will be. Number 6 coming up. So click the button again. Nikita. I'm not going to try the last name. This is a random comment for the random comment picker. I would really like to win one as everybody else. Good luck. That's funny. Let's go to his channel. See what we can find out here. Looks like his subscriptions. Andy RC, Kebab. View all, please. There we are. There's the 07. So outstanding. Let me write his down. Alright. So that's 6 down, 4 to go. Fast 31984 MD. Awesome, man. Way to get back to the community. Fingers crossed. Oh, and there we are. Micromotor Warehouse. Benedict just got back online. It seems like he's made a few videos recently. Outstanding. Okay, so let me write his down. This would be what? Number 8. Coming up, Patrick Spalding. I'd love to win any of those. Gladly pay for shipping. A little tongue-tied tonight. Must be a picture of his kids. A nice mountain shot there. There we are. It's getting easier. Great. Thank you, Patrick, for participating. And lucky you, you were on page 2 of 181. All right. Bruce Heck. You are number 9. Let's see what Bruce has got on his page. I hope no one's offended. I don't do this to pry into your lives. There's Nick Burns right there. Just trying to easily verify subscriptions. And the final one, the last click, the RC Guys. I would love to win it, thank you. I wonder if this is more than one person. Channels. Well, it unfortunately looks like the RC Guys is only subscribed to one channel called Creative World, so we are going to have to throw that entry out. I'm sorry, RC Guys, but them's are the rules. Alright, once again, the final spot. Let's click it one more time. K. Thomas 11866. One comment. Very good. Looks like he's favorited one of the playlists. We unfortunately can't see his channel, so I'm going to have to go about doing it the long way. If it turns out anyone in here is not a subscriber, I will unfortunately have to throw out that entry, and the vehicle left over from this entry will go into the next entry. One last thing I'll leave you with. There were more than one comment where it kind of talked about how these were the things that I just didn't want anymore, and that's not necessarily the case. I'm very fortunate to be in a position where I can do all these builds and I can show them to you and I can share my experiences. I'm not necessarily early in my career and I'm not necessarily a young guy, and that allows me a little bit of income that's expendable to enjoying this hobby. I don't gamble, I don't go out to bars, I don't do a lot of things that would cost a lot of money. And so instead of having that money allocated to those sorts of things that I don't do, we have allocated that money to this. This is my hobby. This is something that I enjoy. It's something that fills my bucket, so to speak. And so that's why I do it. And I don't give these things away because I don't like them. If I didn't like it, I would tell you, and I have in a few videos of products I've gotten to review, that I didn't like it. Normally I just pick out the things that in my opinion are faults or things that aren't good. Most of the builds are generally pretty good. I really don't have any complaints on any of the things that I build, and of course I get a lot of flexibility in that, as I get to pick my own parts. I get to choose my motors, my flight controllers, my ESCs, my props, my stuff like that, and so I get to experiment, and that's really what it is. But the fact of the matter, it comes down to is that I'm one guy. I fly on my lunch breaks, I fly in the evening times just for relaxation, sometimes I fly on the weekends, but I do have 3 kids. None of them are interested in flying. They sometimes enjoy coming out and putting on a pair of goggles or a visor and watching, not usually more than 1 or 2 flights, and then they're off to do something else. So I don't have anyone else to share this with. The people that I'm in contact with, they're just not really into this hobby quite like most of us are, that really like FPV and we really like to build, or we like to buy and fly and crash and repair and do all the fun things that is this hobby. And I do give away, and you'll notice that in none of my drawings have I given away any of the retail grade quads that I have reviewed on the channel. I've given a couple to the contractors who've been doing work here in the basement. Okay, I think that's too much for me. Everyone who has selected Phil Cogswell, Joe Sloman, William Ruiz, Casey S., Micro T-Rex, Nikita, Fast31984MD, Patrick Spalding, Bruce Heck, and K Thomas 11866. Please send me an email, nickburnsrc@gmail.com, and please do that from your Gmail account that's associated with your YouTube account. That way I know it's you. I'm not getting duped by someone out there. I would really feel bad if someone were to be selected and then I sent the quad to someone who didn't actually get selected. Please send me that email, and that will help move things along. For those of you that were at the bottom of the list, please be patient. I need to get in contact per the guidelines I set up previously. I need to get in contact with 1 first, and then 2, and then 3, and so on and so forth before I get to your selection number, and then we figure out the shipping, where it's going, how it's going there. And I have stored up boxes for a while, so I hope I have everything that I can ship it out. Okay, thank you all for participating, and many kind words in the comments. I appreciate all those. With this big giveaway, I think I've gotten the fleet down a ways, and we'll surely have another one, but I suspect it's going to be in July. Do a few more builds. June is going to be a pretty busy month for me. We've had a lot of rainouts for our summer outdoor activities, and those are going to start piling up, and we're going to have a lot of evenings and weekends that are away from home and not in flying spaces. So June, maybe into July, is going to be kind of slow as far as my development here with the YouTube channel, but we will do another giveaway probably in July. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone.